Hey everybody, it's Mr. Vance, and today I'm going to show you how to draw SpongeBob's house. So as we go over these houses, I really want you to notice today some shapes that I'm using. And so we can look and see basic shapes like diamonds. We have these little leaf shapes, some ovals. I see a rectangle, some more ovals. I see some organic shapes like underwater, undersea creatures. My practice oval, because if you look at the SpongeBob house, it really is an oval, but half of it. So, and then I got Squidward's house. We'll work on that in the next video. Like I normally draw my videos, I tried to show each step, and you can see that on the side right down here. Um, and so I messed up a bunch of times, but I got it together after a lot of tries. And so when I say I want you to notice some shapes, notice it's an upside down letter U or a half of a oval. I got the two windows that are ovals. I got these crisscross shapes. Oh, I think this is my second. Yeah, I did some more. And then I got the chimney. So if you notice all these shapes by themselves, they kind of look kind of boring. But if you put them all together, and I'm going to go over each step with you right now. You can get a nice little SpongeBob scene out of it. So the reason I chose a weird house is because I just bored you with like 3 or 4 minutes of regular houses. And so uh, now I'm going to go ahead and get started on my SpongeBob. And let's see what happens. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is lightly draw an oval. So we're going to erase the bottom half of the oval. So that's what I mean, draw it lightly. But if you draw an oval or you move your hand in big circles like this, more likely to draw this rounded better. This time, rounded the. It's more easy to draw the top rounded. Sorry, everybody. You know, Mr. Vance don't know how to talk. All right. So that's the first step. Easy peasy. If you do that, it's like an upside down letter U. It's the top of a head that has is ball headed. And so the next step, though, we'll get started on that. I'm going to draw a circle for the very middle of his doorknob, and around that another circle. I think I'm going to zoom in to show you guys that I'm going to now draw a line that goes through, almost like a crisscross, almost like a clock. But that's like a ship. It has like a ship steering wheel on a ship, a boat. And then right here I'm going to draw a couple of upside down letter U's. That's the door frame. Now you want to draw them a little longer than the sides because I'll tell you why later. Just trust me. All right, so that's step two, to draw the door. And I know it's a couple of things, but I got to squeeze some of these extra steps into just bigger. That's step two. What do I have for step three? I'm going to draw the chimney and I'm going to draw a couple of ovals for the windows. So let me go ahead and draw the easy shapes that I see. An oval right here on to the left hand side. Circled, it's like circled by another oval. They almost are circles, but the way I've been drawing them, I've been drawing them as ovals. We have another one on the right hand side, but this one's a little lower, like it's the first floor, and he has a bedroom up on the second floor. And with the chimney, it's four different shapes. I tried to break it down as easy as I can see it. It's four different shapes. So the first shape we're going to draw is a rounded rectangle. On side of that, almost a rounded square. And these, like, I wouldn't say it's almost an upside down triangle. So those are three different shapes. And on this chimney, it has actually two upside down triangles. Now, let me prove to you if I had my dotted line, they would be triangles. Okay, so what's next? I'm going to color this part of the chimney in just a little bit to hide my original line without having to erase. Just color in the chimney a little dark. Chimney? I just called it a chimney. I always got that word wrong. That's one of them words that I always got wrong. All right, so what's next? That's step three. Boom, done. Oh, maybe there's some dots around the door frame. Let's get those out of the way too. And actually some dots around the windows. I didn't put that in the steps because I was drawing small. Now that I'm drawing a little bit bigger for you guys, it's I can add my details. So what's next? Step four, just it's really all about these crisscrosses for the pineapple. So I don't want to draw too many because they're actually quite like the crisscrosses are quite big. So I think 5 lines, one, and we're gonna draw them diagonal. Two, I don't want to draw through the window. I just want to kind of remember that I'm drawing this diagonal line and then finish on the other side. 3, 4, 5. All right, 6 lines diagonal. Now I'm going to try to draw 6 going the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, step 4 is just about doing those diagonals, making your diamonds. So, and now I want to draw this rounded shape at the bottom for the bottom of the pineapple. And then I might have to readjust for the doorway depending on how you drew the door. So I told you um, earlier that you're going to need a longer door. So now I only have a couple of things left to do. One is drawing the top of the pumpkin. That's step 5. We'll just keep that separate, just like we did the diagonal lines. And then I'm going to draw all the little details and the organic shapes that make up the around his house. We'll see where we are right after that. So I want to make this shape that looks like a leaf. So it's basically an oval that has two pointy ends, pointy sides. I was gonna say, and I want to do that uh, 6 more times. 1, 2, and I'm gonna get a little bit smaller as I go into the sides. 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I like to draw a little line down the middle of my leaves. And I'm going to tidy up the top of his house. Make some darker lines now that I'm for sure this is going to be how this looks. Can have a little bit more confidence. Darken up my lines a little bit. So I already think that next time I'll make my house a little taller, but that's fine. Um, then now step 6, we just have to draw all the little details. So on inside of the diamonds, I draw little pluses. And with this, just relax, take your time. It's fun. I know you guys might be in a rush, but I'm gonna take my time because I want this to look nice. And so these final little details, you really do want to take your time. What else do I see? Now I see a pathway in front of his house coming towards you from the door. So we can just draw a couple of diagonal lines And they get further apart when they get closer to you. So that makes it look like a driveway or a walkway. And here's another trick to make it look like the sidewalk is coming towards you. By the door, draw some small ovals. They look like pebbles or stones, but as you get further down the page, draw them a little bit bigger. And it makes it have the illusion like they're getting bigger or closer towards you. And now I can go ahead and draw, there's like four little coral type of little creatures at the bottom. And they kind of look like one, two, three, four. They have these little arms. They're just squigglies. I only drew four or five, but if you look at the cartoon, SpongeBob, there's like a lot more. So maybe six or seven this time. I don't want to overdo it because I'm, you know, just practicing. But I could also draw my horizon line, which would be just a straight line behind the pumpkin, not the pumpkin, the pineapple. And in the background, if you see one of his neighbor's houses, we can just go ahead and draw a rectangle with a couple of chimneys coming up the side, which would be a rectangle and another rectangle. Draw a little square inside for the window with a little oval. And if you want to draw more of those little SpongeBob neighbor houses, you can draw them as many as you want. I just don't have any detailed pictures for you to use as inspiration. Um, but yeah, that's it for this video. As always, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.